Good day, Father Matt Williams here in my parked car outside the Pastoral Center as I get ready to head into work. I remember about 9 years ago with my very first Mass, the first Mass I celebrated as a priest, I had one of my dearest friends and mentors, spiritual father, Father Tom, preach the homily. And in the homily, I'll never forget the words when Father said, if the priest does not fall in love with Jesus, he will fall in love with something or someone else. He speaks a very important truth, and not just about for the priest, but for every Christian, for every person, that if we're not falling in love with Jesus, we will seek that love with someone else or with something else. We were created for love. We were created for communion with Jesus. In today's gospel on this Friday of the week between Ash Wednesday and the first Sunday of Lent, Jesus says these words in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 9. The days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them. Then they will fast. So Jesus calls himself the bridegroom. And we know that a bridegroom is wedded to a bride. Who's the bride? It's his church. Who's the church? We are his church, united with our head. We are the bride. And we are called and created to be united in a holy communion with Jesus, our bridegroom. The priest or the consecrated religious, their celibate vocation points to this reality, that they do not get married. They sacrifice the sacrament of marriage, that gift of married love, to be a living sign, a witness to heaven, where all will be one with God, where we will be wedded with Jesus. A married couple and their beautiful bond of marriage points to the bond of Jesus Christ in his union with his bride, the church. Their sacrament is a sign that points us to this eschatological reality, the end times reality, when all will be united, wedded with Jesus. I love the scripture reading. I love hearing it every year when we celebrate the Last Supper, when Jesus says the words, I have eagerly desired to celebrate this Passover meal with you. Jesus' eager desire was to give himself as food, the bread of life, in that Last Supper. Jesus' eager desire is to be one with us, to be in communion with us. We know that in the Old Testament it says that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes forth from the mouth of God. God wishes to feed us with his divine will, with his holy word, with the scriptures, with the Eucharist. He wishes to feed us in so many ways. And now we get to the reality of fasting. We need to fast. It is an important discipline for us. Why? Because we were created for love, to fall in love with Jesus. And if we're not falling in love with Jesus, we will seek love and comfort in all other things, in other people. We can get off balance. We can get intemperate. We lose the sense of what is first. Putting Jesus first. Fasting is a great gift and is something that our Blessed Mother has been calling us to in her apparitions for many years. She's been calling hundreds of years. She's been calling us to fasting. Why? Because we seek comfort in the things of this world when we were created for God, and that all of our desires on this earth ultimately find their fulfillment in Jesus. Everything about us craves for communion with Jesus, and fasting realigns us, reorients us to the true good, which is Jesus. Who is Jesus? So as we enter into this Friday of Lent in between Ash Wednesday and the first Sunday of Lent, let's embrace some fasting today in denying ourselves for the bridegroom himself, so that we seek to be fed by his word, the Eucharist and the Holy Scriptures, his holy divine will. God bless you.